Hello and welcome back to Fire Emblem 7 Eliwood Hard Mode 0% growths. We are here on Chapter 12, which is basically Chapter 2. I guess you can just remove the first digit, at least until we get to Chapter 10/20, if you want to think of it that way. Anyway, but yeah, we're... on the second chapter of the run and the 12th chapter numerically. And it's a route map. We've got our units started in this little box over here. Unfortunately, Marcus is in the back for some reason. You don't get battle preps, so you can't do anything about that. Boss and a bunch of other enemies are up here, and then we've got a group of enemies over here. And it's a route, so we just have to kill them all, and obviously we mostly want to do that with Marcus, but as you'll see soon, it's not actually efficient for Marcus to kill every single one of them. And the first thing I'm going to do is start sending Rebecca back here to go get the item from this village, because she's the least useful unit. Next thing I'm going to do is trade Marcus one of the vulneraries that I bought last map. It's not really necessary for this map, but it's good to have it on him just in case. And then we're going to just sort of advance everyone. One thing I am going to do actually is drop Marcus a little further forward. Marcus doesn't really need to be further forward. It's just nice to get the other units further forward. Alright, so as you can see, some of the enemies do start advancing on you immediately, which is actually really nice for my purposes right now. But some of them don't. Some of them are hanging out up here or up here. So we can kind of go two directions, right? We can go over to the right, or we can go up and to the left. But as I'm sure those of you who have already played this map are aware, Hector and Oswin will show up soon in the upper left, and they can pretty much take that area on, which means we want to send Marcus to the right. So before I do that, though, what I want to do is have him take out this guy, because the mercenaries are a little harder to take down for the rest of my forces. And then we're just gonna rescue him again, trade him his sword back. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we just want to go there. I'll have Dorcas come over here, take him, drop him here. And then this, I believe, yeah, can be a kill for Eliwood. And then we're just going to move Bartra back to this fort to heal a bit. We don't need to bother using a vulnerary, but... Huh. The AI seems to make different decisions each time I play through this, which is not the case in or was not my experience playing Sacred Stones. I don't know if it's just coincidence or what exactly, if I'm rolling slightly different numbers at the RNG, but anyway. Alright, well, let's go ahead and pick up this kill with Eliwood, since he has mastered exact damage. And then Marcus is just going to start cleaning house over on the right here. All these guys will suicide into him this turn, and then the next turn, it'll be that these guys will start moving, and they'll soon also suicide onto him as well. Alright, this guy is not actually capable of killing Eliwood, so I'm actually just going to let him come to me, I think. And meanwhile, so we've got an armory here, which we do want to visit. Let's see, I think, yeah, Lowen's the only one who can get there this turn, which is fine. So, I'll have him go to the armory, pick himself up an Iron Lance. I'm that's not the only thing I'm gonna buy there, but I think for now. Oh, I guess I can't actually trade him the lance. Oh, that's annoying. But I guess it's fine. So yeah, we'll move Bartray and Dorcas up towards these enemies, and oh right, Rebecca. So now the boss will start moving as well as the other people on the right side. Dorcas actually doubling because soldiers are terrible. Doubling with a steel axe, no less. Alright, so now we get Hector and Oswin. So let's talk about Hector and Oswin for a bit. So Oswin is actually one of the better armored units in the series. He is also actually like potentially a candidate for me to invest into a little bit, at least in terms of a Nightcrest, just because he's level 9. I don't really have definitive plans laid out at this point, but you know, I definitely think it could make sense. And yeah, I mean, stat-wise, his strength and defense are obviously really good. His con is really good. His speed, not so much, but you know, that's kind of what you expect. He comes with a javelin, so that's nice. And then we've got Hector, who is definitely better than Eliwood, but still like a pretty fragile level 1 Lord character. So that's, you know, he's not gonna be that good. But he's certainly not as good as he normally is. He's easily the best Lord in this game under normal circumstances. And he probably still will be, but that's just not going to be saying very much in a 0% growth context. Anyway, so let's have Marcus go ahead and come up here. So one thing I should mention, so we need a route. We have an archer over here, and we have this guy here. Neither of these two, well, I could, those two enemies are basically what makes this chapter not finishable on enemy phase, potentially. Although Marcus could, of course, equip his javelin or his hand axe, though that would at least present some risk that he would fail to one-round the boss or one of the other fighters. But more relevantly, like, Hector and Oswin just cannot take this guy out on enemy phase. It just can't be done. So, we're not going to bother to have Marcus use a javelin. We're just going to have him use the steel sword, just to make sure that he's got the best hit rate against the boss, who's the scariest character so far as it goes, which isn't very far, but you know. And then we can potentially bring Lowen up here, and by potentially I mean definitely. Take out that guy, and then we want to just take out this archer. So we're gonna have, actually, you know, normally you would want to feed kills to Oswin. Sorry, to Hector, and not to Oswin. But in this case, I think we actually want to go the other direction and feed them to Oswin so we can get them to level 10. So yeah, let's do that. Alright. And then Rebecca, you're not really doing anything. Eliwood, and finish this guy off. And then we're gonna have Dorcas go shopping. He's gonna pick himself up an iron axe. He's also gonna get an iron sword for Eliwood, and then another iron axe for Hector. Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, I forgot he has the energy ring. Okay, whatever. It's fine. We'll have Bartray grab some stuff next turn. Down goes the boss. Down goes that soldier. Marcus will clear out all the rest of these enemies except the archer. And I do believe this is the end of turn 4, so it'll be turn 5 coming up here that we will finish on. Okay, so first I'm gonna have Eliwood come up and trade for that iron sword, so he has one of those. We'll go ahead and have Marcus finish this guy off with what weapon? I don't know, how about a lance? He's been using the sword a lot. Really doesn't matter. Okay, and then we want to have, let's see, Dorcas trade. Wait, no, that's not right. Oh, I guess I didn't set this up in a way where I can do it all this turn. Well, I can move Lowen. I guess that's the solution. Yeah, Dorcas wants... How do we do this? I want to get... Oh, here's how we do it. But let me make sure... Well, of course, if Oswin fails, Lowen will pick up the kill. Alright, so we want to trade Hector and Iron Axe. I'm going to trade Bartray and Iron Axe. I'm going to have Dorcas buy an Iron Axe. And now everybody's got a basic weapon. I mean, I guess we could get some iron weapons for Marcus, but it's not really that important. I mean, he is slowed down a little bit by the steel lance, but not by the steel sword, and... I mean, who else is going to carry them right now, right? So, you might as well just use them. Anyway, okay, so let's... Actually, maybe we'll do it like this. Obviously, we could take that guy out on enemy phase just as easily, but... No. Yes. And there we are. So that was Chapter 12 in 5 turns. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for Chapter 13. Until then.